After Talks. Oh my goodness. I am so excited to be here today. I love doing this show. And as you can see, there are two wonderful men sitting here with me. And I was just saying, don't the three of us look divine together? So now I'm going to introduce, this is Prince Fleet Easton, and this is Josh Gomez. And I thank you for being here, but I would like first to introduce you. Okay, so let's make sure I get this right. Now, I am so excited to introduce them. Now, Prince Fleet Easton, who is known as the Crown Prince of Palm Springs, is a singer, actor, dancer, and entertainer. Fleet has been entertaining since childhood and never stopped. He has toured nationally on stage and has appeared in many feature films and television series. And Prince has been awarded a star on the Palm Springs Walk of Fame. Yay! And our other wonderful guest today is Josh Gomez, and he is an international, oh, that's Josh, international award-winning producer and director, also entrepreneur, publisher, actor, and musician. And he started acting at 5 years old, and Josh also never stopped. He just kept going forward. He's also an attorney who graduated from law school in Mexico City. So, wow, we've got so many wonderful talents just here today. I'm so impressed. Now, Josh Gomez and Fleet Easton recently did a movie together called The Team of Two, which is written and directed by Josh, who also plays the main character, Mark Valentine, and Prince Fleet, who plays Detective Johnson. So thank you for being here. Welcome, welcome. I'm so excited that you came here to share about this movie. So before we start, Fleet, I just want to say I was on your Facebook page, nosing around, and I did notice that I want to congratulate you because you did get another award. What is that? The International Human Rights Ambassador Organization presented you with an award. You're just amazing. Everybody just loves you, and you're so cool.
Came in today. I'm going to be honored in Paris, France.
Oh, wow. Wow. Well, now, Josh, I can see why you certainly picked this wonderful man to be in your movie. Would you tell us a little bit about the movie? Let's open this up with what is going on.
Yeah, first of all, thank you for the invitation. And Prince, I love him. He's a great person, talented, and everything. Like whatever I need him, he was there, and he did it great. And everybody's happy to have him. Even Mark Singer, one of the main characters, like well-known actor. When I talk to him, he's always telling me like, oh, this guy, he was like so nice and so open, and it was so nice talking to him, and he was talking about Prince, so everybody likes him, like you said.
Yeah, really, he's just wonderful. He's been, when I used to have the show in person, Fleet was here, and he did singing in my green screen living room, and it was amazing. Everything Fleet does is done with integrity. So how did you first decide to contact Fleet for this project?
Well, that's a good question.
I remember.
Do you remember?
Yes, we met on a red carpet in Beverly Hills when at a screening, Cat Kramer screening, and we met in the lobby there, right by the red carpet, and we talked for probably about 10 minutes maybe, and then it was maybe a year and a half later, Josh contacted me and said, I'm doing this movie. I have a role. I think that's perfect for you. Are you interested? And I said, of course.
Wow. So you knew just by talking to him, you recognized that he had what you needed, which as a director, you can spot it right away, right?
Yeah, I also saw his, Facebook, and he was, singing, and he was like his personality and like everything. I was like, oh, he will be great for this character. And he is, yeah.
Well, what we're going to do right now, I just want to stop and let everybody see the trailer, because you guys did send me the trailer. Now, everybody, let's just take a minute, watch what we're talking about, Team of Two.
Detective Mark Valentine. Nobody likes you.
It's our son.
Don't remind me.
Oh.
You have a son.
We need to ask you a few questions.
Where can we find the big boss?
You built a police car out of a DeLorean?
Have you seen the movie Star Wars?
Dude, where's the car?
I'm your father.
They shot him. We're creating a virus that we can spread all around the world. We're creating a pandemonium.
Last pandemic we had was over 100 years ago, man.
It's just all about money.
Don't die. You are in heaven.
I cannot believe we're finally in heaven.
Let my son go!
Are you okay?
We have a classical stand-up. I caught it. Fires or something.
People call him the Leather Man.
I'm the new captain in this department.
I love you.
Get the fuck out of my office!
Please, no fighting in heaven.
Two little ratones. They're costing me millions.
Say, you're gonna go down!
Finish him.
Get my girlfriend's name out of your fucking mouth!
Oh my God, that is, I watched it several times again this morning and seeing it, it's just, I have to tell you, Josh, I love comedy. This is the perfect action comedy movie. It's fantastic. Where did you get the idea to do this?
Well, actually, we started shooting this movie 2 years ago before the pandemic. And it was just like I wanted to do. We have another movie, it's like a superhero movie, but I have some ideas. So I wanted to do like a cop action movie. And then I love the 80s and, action 80s movies and comedy. So then I wrote the movie and then we shot half of it. And then the pandemic hit. And then, we were like waiting for for things to go back to normal. So then I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna keep writing. So I wrote I changed and I wrote like the whole movie. And then, I added the pandemic, the virus, the vaccine. And that's basically it. Yeah, I was inspired by the pandemic and I changed the story, but it's basically like an action comedy, 80s style.
Mhm.
And, it talks about the pandemic, the vaccine, and we, the detectives, we need to stop the pandemic before it happened. And that's what the movie's about.
Well, see, that's just wonderful. And you're very creative. And in this industry, it's very, very important to be flexible, which it seems like it's all about. Because when you're a producer, you've got to think on your feet, and that just adds to it. So, but congratulations, that's wonderful. Now, I know that when we're airing this show is going to air after, because you're having a premiere for this on the 1st of September, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. And where has that premiering? Where is that happening?
It's going to be at the UCLA. Yeah, we're talking to distribution companies and we'll see what happens.
Well, after you do that part, you'll have to come back because I know you're going to get distribution. So now, Fleet, I have to ask you, how did you feel about playing a detective? That's something you've not done before, correct?
No, I was very excited to take on something that I've never done before because I'm always, the song and dance man and, the comedy relief. And to take on something that was a little more serious. I was very excited because it'll show people that, I have a range that I can do other things than sing and dance.
Yeah.
It's amazing because I've been doing this since I was 17 years old, you know, and I did a lot of movies and television when I was in Florida. But when I moved to California, people were not aware of the body of work that I had underneath me. And because when I came here, I just pursued my singing career because I had several agents saying, you know, you do so many different things, we just don't know what to do with you. So you need to really focus down on one thing, and that will become successful at that, and that will open doors for other things. So that's what happened when I came here. I just pursued my singing career, and then that door started opening a lot of other doors that led into the acting again. So I'm very excited for people to see me do something that they are not expecting of me.
Well, I told you, I watched that trailer several times, and I'll tell you, they are going to be excited because you're very, very good. You're very good at delivering the lines. And Josh, let me share this with you because I mentioned this, Fleet and I were talking before you came on. And to me, a real testament to a movie, especially a comedy, when you're watching it alone, do you laugh out loud? That's a successful movie. And I can let you know right now, it's a successful movie. I laughed out loud several times every time I watched it. And this world needs that joy. So do you usually, Josh, you usually do comedy or projects, or I know you mix it up?
Yeah, I mix it up. Our first movie was like a sci-fi aliens, dark side of the moon movie.
Wow.
Then the other two, yeah, they have been comedy. One with a cat, like a comedy movie with a cat.
Chiquitito.
Chiquitito.
Yes.
Somewhere here.
Wow.
Chiquitito.
Yeah. Then we film like a horror, bloody movie, and then now this action comedy movie. Yeah.
Wow, I like the horror stuff. That's really fun. Don't you get romantic movies? You got to make one. Don't you think so, Fleet? He looks so romantic. I mean, really, do one of those. Now, yeah. Now, Fleet, what was if you had to pick a favorite part of this process, what was it for you? What did you really, really enjoy about doing this fun movie?
Well, for one thing, like we had spoken earlier, I really enjoyed working with Josh because in the beginning of the film, when I would go back to the hotel room, he sent me nice little text messages saying, you really did a wonderful job today, and thank you for that. And then we were talking about Mark Singer. There was, I don't know what it was, but we had an instant connection, and he just kept wanting to hang out with me, and he kept coming over, and we just sat and talked, and every time I would deliver that line that you were talking about,
I love it.
I would look over and he'd go, and then he'd come over and he says, you know, he said, you deliver that line the same way every single time. And he said that it's really, really good. And then I was very honored that while we were off to the side on the set, he said, you know, I want to give you a gift. He said, I want to give you something really special for this film. So he said, I want to choreograph our scene. And I said to him, I said, that's fine with me. I said, I don't know how Josh will feel about it. He said, oh, don't worry about it. So he choreographed the scene. And like he said, I want this to be sophomoric and kind of like the Three Stooges. And he said, because I want to give you something really special so you'll stand out. So we did this scene that's really, I haven't seen it, but it was fun doing it, where I'm pulling his ears and he's sticking his finger, and we're just, we're just being really silly. And, I was very honored. And then he came up with the idea of me jumping through the forklift. And he says, well, I think you should jump through the forklift as opposed to coming up behind me. So I do that in the film also. So, I mean, that was all his ideas that he contributed, because he said, I want to do something special for you. And I said, like I said, I never met the man before in my life, but we just had some kind of connection that was going on during that day. And
it happens. Yeah, it happens that way. Yeah. Well, that's a great. That's a wonderful experience to have. And Josh, I wanted to ask you, as the director and star of this movie, how does that work for you? How do you make that happen? That you're doing both. Those are both two key positions. How do you handle that? How do you work that?
Well, it is really hard and it is a lot of work. After we shot Among Us, the alien sci-fi movie, that it was 40 minutes, I was like, because I was doing the same thing, I was like, oh, I'm not gonna do it again ever because it's just too much. But now I did it again with like a 2 hour movie, so it was, it's just too much. It's just because you're thinking as a director, like how you're gonna direct the scene and the people, but then I'm thinking like, as an actor how to say my lines, and then sometimes I don't have enough time to learn my lines. So I'm like, it's like I had a person helping me with the lines. Like I was like, oh, line, then
Yeah.
she
Yeah.
was feeding me the line, then I said the line. So it's hard, but it's fun too.
Yeah, well, you made it work. Do you ever consider maybe getting a, like, not another director, but someone that can help you be the director just for you to help you out? Do you think that might be a good idea?
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do for the next movie.
Yeah, and I know it's so glib for people to say that, but we do know it's all a matter of budget too. So, but yeah, because I know there's a completely different hat for an actor than a director. So it's very commendable that you were able to carry this off for the films, but you don't want to wear yourself out. And let me also ask you, where was this filmed?
Here, LA, Hollywood, Los Feliz, everywhere. But
Tarzana, Van Nuys.
uh,
We were everywhere.
Yeah, because you,
Downey, California.
where?
Downey, California.
Well, because the scenes, I was watching all those scenes. I look at it from different ways, and you had great locations. This has a great look to it because it's got the big pool and all these exciting things going on. And that's very impressive because I know how hard it is to pull all of that together. So kudos to this movie. And I know it's, I can't wait till it's really out there and a big film. And whoa, I'm excited. You already having your premiere, but I want to see it too, is what I'm saying. So we've got to get it out streaming so that Marguerite can see the whole movie. So there, it's out there. Now, I wanted to ask, what is the, I'll ask Fleet first, and then Josh, you answer it as well. What is the best way for people to contact you? Because sometimes people would like to reach out, maybe they have a role for you or want some information. How should they contact you, Fleet?
Well, they can contact me through fleeteaston@yahoo.com, and also through Facebook, Prince Fleet Easton. They can message me through there. I never really give out my phone number unless I have the connection already, but they can reach me through that. Also through Instagram, which is Fleet Easton 123.
Wonderful. Oh yeah, we would never ever give your number out. Your secret's safe with me. You have to change your number. Now, Josh, for you, what way do you like to be contacted?
yeah, I think Facebook and maybe IMDb. I think my info.
I want to throw in real quick. I want to throw in a thing about Josh's Hollywood Magic Image magazine.
I was going to ask about that. Tell us about that. I saw the cover. In fact, I'm going to put a cover up right here, the one with Brad Pitt. Okay. Tell us about the magazine.
Magazine called Magic Image Hollywood Magazine. And we have been doing it for 12 years, and it's like a beautiful magazine. We were recognized as the fourth best magazine in Hollywood. So it's like a beautiful.
Yeah, thank you for mentioning that, Fleet. And before we go, what I like to do, and again, this is for both of you, and this time, Josh, I'm going to ask you first. What would you recommend? There are young people that are coming up and they might like to make a movie and they have nowhere to start. What would you suggest to help them move forward and take a step?
Well, I'll suggest just if you really want to do it, just do it. Now I think it's easier because cameras, like everybody has a camera, and even on your phone, you can have a 4K camera, like a great quality image. So just do it. Just write a story. If you cannot write like a long story, just like a short, and then film with your cell phone and tell your friends. And money is hard to get to shoot, but you can you can shoot with your family and friends and using your phone just to start. And anything is possible. So you can start with that and then grow and make longer, bigger things. But yeah, it's easier now, I think, than before.
Yes, thank you. That's really good advice. And it's true because we're very fortunate to be in this era of technology. And Fleet, let me ask you that question also. What would you give advice to younger people who would like to get into the entertainment industry? What should they be doing?
Well, I'll tell you, my thing is that if you don't call it, it calls you. And it's something that is a burning desire inside of you. And I tell people, I've had people come say, I'd like to be in show business. Well, what do you have to offer? Is this your dying passion? Is this your air that you breathe, And I really tell them that that's what you have to have. It's not something that you go, oh, I think I'll be in show business. Well, no, then it's not going to work. It has to be something that is so deeply impassioned in you. Like I said, always tell people, I came in with this. This was as a
that you're working on now that you'd like to share with us,
Josh.
Well, after we're done with this movie, we're gonna start shooting a superhero movie called The Leatherman, and hopefully Prince will be in the movie.
Thank you. I humbly and gratefully accept.
Well, and it's recorded, so you already have a contract because this is recorded in the show. Well, I look forward to that. That's amazing. So you have another joint project, and Josh recognized that, so that's amazing. Okay, that's wonderful. I love you both, and I wish you good health. Stay healthy, keep going, and everyone, please subscribe to Laughter Talks. And we have to go now, but I'll see you both again soon. And thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you very much. Later.
You're welcome. Bye, Fleet. Bye, Josh.
Bye.